Hi everyone, we released our first product.
And it's tiny. Today, let's take a closer look.
If you're a guitar player, chances are you've got a couple of effects pedals. For a lot of players, it's the critical way in which they shape their sound.
So we love effects pedals. We use them all the time. We both actually spent many years working in the effects pedal world.
Sometimes together.
Yeah, exactly. So we knew we wanted to make something.
Yeah, and we wanted to make sure that that something was super fun, had a sense of occasion, and made us smile. We knew we wanted to do something a little different.
A little bit different, yeah. So when we were brainstorming ideas, one thing that kept coming up over and over again was this idea of making things small. We had that absurd question, what if we designed the smallest effects pedal on the planet? And that's kind of exactly what we did.
And here is our new product, Cicada. It's the smallest pedal on the planet. If you haven't already seen it, you can click above to watch the reveal video of Cicada.
So the functions are very familiar. If you're used to a tube screamer, you'll understand the functions here very quickly. We've got level, drive, and tone.
Plug it in and you'll be greeted with a wide variety of complex, overdriven goodness.
And I know what a lot of you are probably thinking.
Why did you do this?
Yes, why did we do this? Why is it so small? How do I plug it in? Can I step on it? Like, are you guys actually serious? In this video, we'll answer all of those questions and more. All right, Charles, so why did we make the world's smallest effects pedal? What was the inspiration behind this product?
Well, when we started Olinthus, we knew we wanted a place where we could have fun.
Yeah, it was like #1 rule.
Yeah, to be able to do ridiculous stuff, weird products, risky and unconventional things that no other company would do. And I think small things are really cute. I loved Micro Machines as a kid, I still do.
Yeah, and I still love Matchbox cars, there's a couple of them up there. And I love those tiny little Pokemon scenes. Small things are just fun, and we've always had pedals on our desk and on our pedal boards, and they always took up a lot of space. So we thought, what if we combine our love of small things with our love of effects pedals?
What if?
What if?
So the small size was enough to make it interesting from a design and engineering perspective. And the fact that it was a 3-knob overdrive, I think, made it instantly familiar to anyone who has ever owned a pedal.
Yeah, so we created some designs. At first, we thought a small pedal was just kind of funny. It made us laugh. It was kind of a lark, would you say?
I would use the exact word.
Yes.
I would use lark.
Yes, it was a lark. But the more we used this, the more we shared it with our friends, we realized that it being so small actually made it pretty awesome and a ton of fun to use. You really can't use this thing without a smile on your face. It's kind of impossible.
Can't. How do you plug this thing in?
Okay, so if you look at the back of Cicada, you'll notice that there's only one jack, and you might be wondering, how does that work? So this jack is actually a TRRS jack, and that combines input, output, and power into one cable. And we include this breakout cable right here that we like to call the octopus cable, although it only has 3 legs, not 8. Anyway, you use this cable for your connections. Blue is input, red is output, and black is power. Plug that in right back here. And if you're using Cicada on a pedal train pedal board, you can easily hide the breakout cable and all your connections under the board. It's actually a really clean look with just one cable coming out of the pedal.
It's a pretty minimalist pedal board you got there.
It sure is. This is my touring rig right here. It's just Cicada. Okay, another question you viewers might be wondering is, how do you turn it on? Can you actually step on this thing?
The whole pedal is a switch. It's hinged at the top. I like to press it just below the knobs. It's got a really satisfying click that I enjoy. You can step on it. It's really solid. We only got into problems when we put more than 250 pounds on it. That said, we don't really refer to it as a stomp box. A light press is all you need to turn it on and off. How do you use this thing?
So one of the huge benefits of a tiny pedal is that it literally fits anywhere. So musicians often have very little room left on their pedal boards, and there's always room for the world's smallest effects pedal. It's kind of like the dessert of pedals. You've always got room for dessert, right?
Always.
Yeah, always. So if you're running out of room on your pedal board, there's really no need to kick other pedals off your board. This will fit in the smallest spaces and the smallest crevices in your rig. You can even place it on top of other pedals, which is what I do.
The small size of the thing actually allows you to get pretty weird. You can stick Cicada directly onto the side of your guitar, or you can put it on a Euro rack setup, drop it right on top without having to sacrifice any space. You can also put it on top of your synth or keyboard and add some overdrive without the need of a full pedal board. And for fun, we made some TRRS earring adapters, and you can actually wear a Cicada as an earring for a nice night out on the town.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty weird, but I'm down with a set of Cicada earrings. They look pretty good, right? In terms of the audio circuit, Cicada utilizes a tried and true single stage soft clipping circuit with filtering before and after the gain stage. The original dynamics of your signal are preserved even as gain is increased. It has a mid-range boost, making it an ideal choice for fattening your sound without sacrificing clarity. And if that all sounds familiar to you, it's because we're describing the characteristics of a tube screamer. Cicada faithfully recreates the sought-after sound of the original Ibanez TS808 Tube Screamer. So you get a huge variety of silky smooth tube-like overdriven tones in a comically small footprint. So Charles, what was it like to design and develop this product?
It was very fun. We learned that making an effects pedal this small was a serious design and engineering challenge.
Yeah, definitely.
In the beginning, our goal was to compromise everything except the sound in order to make it as small as humanly possible. One of the first versions had dip switches instead of knobs, and it was about the size of a postage stamp.
And it wasn't very easy to use.
No, that was too small.
Yes.
We could only get a couple of values out of the switches, and it didn't feel right. So we added pots, originally on the side, and that was much better, but it looked kind of weird.
Yes.
It wasn't until we put the knobs at the top that the charm and familiarity of a pedal started to pop out in its little personality there. So technically, we could have made this smaller.
Yes, which is pretty nuts because this is already tiny.
After all those prototypes and experiments, we had our first lovable product.
Aww.
We made a few hundred of them the first round and then shared them with some friends. We learned a bunch from that run, and then we switched over to full bore manufacturing, and here we are. What sustainability efforts are tied to this product or its packaging?
Oh, that sounds very corporate of you, but I think it's actually kind of an important topic because this is something that we care about a lot. So when you receive Cicada, you'll find that the pedal is nestled within a recyclable and compostable pulp insert, and that's packed within a reusable metal box. And this metal box can be easily repurposed for coins or picks or mind-altering drugs. We decided early on that our product packaging would be free from materials that would end up in the landfill. Really, the easy way for us to do this would have been to just wrap it in plastic or foam, but we really care about this stuff. We wanted to do our best to keep plastic out of our packaging. All right, Charles, so I've heard a rumor that Olinthus is going to make other flavors of tiny pedals. I'm not really sure where I heard that rumor. Anyway, what flavor of small effects pedals are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about a compressor, and I would really love a reverb.
Okay, yeah, I'm also very excited about the world's smallest reverb pedal, but I'd also really like a tiny, tiny fuzz. Okay, so I've heard another rumor.
Stop reading the gear page.
That's not where I got the rumor. It was from some other source, some other unidentified source. I heard another rumor that we've already started designing a pedal board that fits in your pocket. Is this true?
I can neither confirm nor deny that we are working on a pedal board that's about this big and fits 5 of these things.
Okay, so quite possibly true. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for today. Thanks so much for taking the time to learn more about our tiny overdrive pedal, Cicada, our very first product.
Olinthus is a super small company. It's just the 2 of us right now. We're just getting started out, and we are delighted that you're interested in what we're up to, and we can't wait to share more with you.
Yeah, thanks so much for watching. See you soon.